There you go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hey, there it is. How you guys doing?
Good.
So good to
Where's
see
the lovely bride?
Say what?
So where's your wife?
She is currently taking the dog for a walk.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
We wanted to talk to her. Oh, well.
She might be up in a minute, actually. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. How are you guys doing? Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. I told him on the house. Yeah. I'm eating Doritos, by the way.
Thank you, Ben.
That's my pre-workout Doritos.
Yeah,
I love it.
She didn't work out.
No? What's the workout of choice today? Did you do that one that I sent you, John?
I did. It was fun.
Nice.
It was good.
Did you have fun with the shoulder to overhead?
Oh, yeah. I was hurting the next day.
Yeah. A little bit painful, right?
Yeah. Even the 30s, I just did them strict, but still, it got old.
Oh, you did them strict?
Yeah. It was just 30-pound dumbbells. If it was 50s, I definitely would have.
That's just 30 pounds.
Yeah, no problem. John's got it. Easy. Piece of cake.
It was good. I did it with the 20-pound vest, which made the run a lot of fun.
Oh, man. You did it with a vest, too?
Mm-hmm. Except that I took the vest off to obviously do double unders. That would have not been fun.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, that would have been tricky with the jump rope, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lorinda, what did you do? Did you cheer him on?
Yeah. No.
They laid in the bed and watched me run up and down the fucking street.
Yeah, we were binge watching something. I don't know. Because he came in all sweaty and told us exactly what he did. And we applauded him. Does that count?
I love it.
I actually did a double that day. Madison bought this workout program. It kind of tailored for women, but it's still a good workout. You do an upper body day, lower body day. Every upper body day has abs, a three-round set of abs. And so that day that you sent me that, I did that workout and the one that you sent me. So I was kind of sore the next day.
Oh, dang. Is that have you been doing that as well, Lorinda?
Yeah.
What is it called?
She hadn't been doing doubles.
I've just been doing a little book, the book Madison downloaded.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What is it called?
We did with the double unders in the driveway.
We did Annie that day.
Okay, yeah, we did Annie. So we've done that.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm looking at the name of the book right now.
That's a good workout. Annie's always a good go-to for body weight stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's very hard for me to do double unders on concrete.
I know, me too. Me too. I feel like I have to relearn how to do them if I'm doing them on any surface that's other than like the gym floor.
Yes, thank you.
It's really weird.
You have to congratulate Lorinda and Madison because they just cut my hair. We ordered a wall hair trimmer with guards 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No way.
They did up to here with the 3 and up to here with the 4, and they trimmed over my ears, my sideburns, and my neck. And
it looks good.
To use regular scissors on this, but it does need to be cut because it's driving me crazy. But I feel better here.
It looks good. I'm getting to the point where I need one really, really bad. My hair is an absolute mess right now. It's so long.
You can borrow the clippers. It's quite easy.
We have to disinfect them and everything.
Yeah,
I have a set of clippers, but I would be terrified to do it myself. And Christina's like, I'll give it a shot. So she might just have to do it.
Yeah, well, that's what they did. They just covered me up with the towel, stuck me in the bathroom. It was on the tile floor and vacuumed up all the hair follicles, you know.
It's called Fit with Mari, Ben. Can you see that?
Fit with Mari?
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
$9.99. It's just basic
bodybuilding. Like with the dumbbells and stuff. It's just little.
It's like it's more structured for girls. It's like do push-ups to failure from your knees.
Right.
Well, I just push up to failure with a 20-pound vest, so you know.
It's kind of like what we would do for a warm-up, actually. But
okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Keeping us moving.
It's decent.
Yeah, we're walking the dogs multiple times a day. I think they're sick of taking walks.
Jax and George are like super fit now.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're running around here somewhere.
They're right there at the door.
Speaking of dogs, how's Osa?
Yeah.
Oso's good. Oso's been going on a lot of walks too. We've been taking him out pretty much every single day. So he's loving the quarantine life. He gets all the attention and we take him on all the walks and he's happy, man. He's happy.
He probably getting home. Here's Jax. Come on in, buddy.
You could move the computer.
Oh, there he is. What's up, dude?
that?
That's Jax.
He is
He's
so
5 months,
cute.
Madison, come say hi.
Madison will come say hi.
Oh, Madison is in the house. Madison making an appearance.
She won't.
She won't.
No, she's on the couch. She's not moving.
She's
Hey,
like,
George.
nope, not having any of that.
Now, what are you guys doing? Are you working out? How can Christina work out? What is she
George.
doing?
Christina, oh, what's up, George?
What?
Oh my gosh, cutest pups ever.
Yeah.
I'm not picking Jasper up. He weighs 100 pounds.
Sorry, Jasper.
So how is
Christina
feeling?
She's feeling good. She's been doing really, really well. She's had minimal, if any, morning sickness. So she's been really, really lucky there. It's been a very easy pregnancy for her so far. So she's happy. I'm happy for her that, she hasn't really been feeling too many of the side effects, but we've been doing the streamline workouts that Austin's been posting up and just kind of modifying them however we can so that she can still, be involved in the movements and do as much as possible. So we've just been modifying it up as we go. So
when do you guys find out what you're having? Do you know?
Yeah, we're having a girl.
Yeah, he told. I knew
that.
that. Yeah.
Did I know that?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats. Do you have names?
We do. We have a couple names picked out, and we've got it narrowed down to. There's a couple of family names. So Christina's middle name is Elena, and I'm pretty sure we're going to use that for the middle name.
Pretty.
And then we were tossing around a couple first names to see which ones we like better. And Isabella kept coming up. We really, really liked that. And then a few other family names that we were kind of tossing around. So I think Isabella is kind of like what we're set on at this point, though.
That's so pretty, Isabella.
Yeah, I know. We really like it. It's really pretty. And who knows, though? Like so many people say, like once the child's born, you go, I think we need to change. We need to name it something else. But I don't know. We'll see.
Madison was supposed to be Claire, and then John said no.
Oh, really? Was that like a decision y'all had made from the start, or was that kind of like a last minute thing?
No, that was I liked the name, and we went round and round, and then we decided on Madison because we both liked it.
What's Madison's middle name?
Lee, Leigh. It's the same as mine.
Oh, okay, gotcha. See, the thing we like about there was another name that we were liking too that was Camilla. So Camilla Elena, which would be Christina's same initials. So it would be CE, which we kind of like that one too. But
and then you could call her Cece.
We were like, because realistically, you got to think about like, what's the nickname going to be? Because everybody always goes with the nickname. Like my name's Benjamin. Nobody calls me Benjamin. It's always Ben. So like we were thinking, all right, Christina's nickname has been Kiki ever since she was a little kid. And so we were like, what's the nickname going to be for Camilla? What's the nickname going to be for Isabella? So Cece, huh?
Well, if it's CE, but then if that's because she's Kiki and Cece.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, it is cute.
I kind of like that. By the way, I was just scrolling through Instagram the other day, and I can't help but notice all of your amazing memes. Like, are those curated by the one and only yours truly?
Oh, yeah.
Where are you getting inspiration from these hilarious?
I steal them all.
Oh, you?
I steal them.
They're so funny. I get a kick out of them every single time. I think the last one I saw was like you'd posted up something about 2020 being a leap year. It was like there's 29 days in February, 300 days in March, and 5 years in April.
Yep.
Yes.
She's got that's her sarcastic mama side.
I think it's hilarious.
I think I stole it from the Bad Moms group. I don't know.
Our Mommy Needs Vodka group.
There's Mommy Needs Vodka, Bad Moms, and then Short bus window lickers.
That's her favorite, short bus window lickers.
So,
Short bus window lickers. Oh my god.
yeah, have a candy.
That's not really correct, but who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
These groups sound amazing.
I was telling Sally at CrossFit that she follows all those. They're like, that makes sense now.
Yeah, right? The comedy's there. I love it.
And this is how I'm feeling today. I don't know if you can see my shirt very well.
What does it say?
Keep tyrants in check. That's the most Jeff Dunsworth shirt I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I had this shirt before I knew Jeff, so he can't tell me anything.
Shout out to Jeff. He texts me every once in a while. He's got this zombie video game that he plays all the time, and he's always telling me about killing zombies. He's like, man, if this thing turns into a zombie virus, I got us covered.
Okay, we know where to go.
Yeah, he told me one day he had like 10,000 rounds of AR-15 and 10,000 rounds of 9mm and something. I was all feeling good. I had 1,000 rounds of 9mm, but
dude, that guy has a full-on armory. Like, it's no joke. I for sure would go there.
Yeah.
Didn't he buy a house in Wyoming?
Yes.
Isn't that kind of telling?
Wyoming, dude. Remember the Unabomber lived up there?
Oh no, Montana in
same difference.
Whitefish.
Oh. No,
It's the same difference.
It's different.
Nobody lives there.
No, yeah, nobody's up there.
You remember that? Are you old enough to remember the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That he lived up there in a cabin, like he was like one of those the government's trying to hunt me down, and
Oh yeah, he was fully vested in that conspiracy. Fully vested.
So how is this affecting this whole craziness affecting your work? Other than obviously we can't travel, but
right. So we have a lot of projects that have been coming in that are COVID-19 SARS projects directly. So we've been very busy.
Well, you're in the medical field. I mean, you're buying the medical supplies, right?
No, so actually we work in clinical trials, and clinical trials basically is the process by which any drug goes to market. So whenever a drug gets approved, regardless of what it is, it has to go through a full clinical trial phase trial process. And then we get audited by the FDA, and they make sure that it's safe and that it's efficacious and all of these things. So our job basically is to run the clinical trials for these companies that have molecules that they want to get approved that could potentially be helpful.
So yeah, yours probably did ramp up.
So yeah, I think we have 20. Actually, we're probably above that by now. We probably have 20 plus COVID-19 trials that are currently being bidded on. And Christina works in proposals. So she sees all of these projects come through from these various companies all over the world that are trying to make a bid to see if we could potentially be their third-party vendor to run their trial for them, because they can't run it because of bias and all these things. So we have to actually procure the scientific teams to run the trial, and that's what I do. Is I'm a medical monitor, and I oversee the projects themselves. So once we win a project, or once we win a bid for one of these studies, then it goes to trial process, and we basically take it from the ground up. So anything that gets approved as far as a vaccine for this thing has to go through us or one of our competitors. So we're busy. We're really busy. There's not too much travel obviously happening, but the workload is definitely there. So it's a crazy time, that's for sure.
Yeah, I heard on one of my team calls, one of my mini calls, it seems like we had calls before. Now none of us are traveling, so we went from 3 or 4 a day to like 6.
Yeah.
7. I mean, it's nuts. Yeah. But, I've been doing this work from home thing since 2001. So Lorinda's been doing it for like 10 or 15 years as well. So it's just, I feel bad for people like in Air Force and government that are always working a 6 to 3 or 7 to 4 p.m. job. And they told to work from home, and they're like, holy shit, how do I do that? And Microsoft has actually done that for the Department of Defense. They have a real problem. Like you and I VPN into work, and we don't think a thing about it, right? Just create a secure tunnel into our company network, and you're good.
Right.
It doesn't work that way in the Air Force. When they VPN into the Air Force network, things come to a screeching freaking halt. And so what we've done is set up a Microsoft Teams Live in a cloud environment called CVR. It's Virtual Remote Enterprise. So we've actually set up a thing where they can collaborate, because I'll be honest with you, there's military commanders that I've heard of, I'm not naming names, who have been doing Facebook Live and Zoom meetings, and I guarantee you the Chinese can hack into it. So Teams is secure. So
right.
Now, like what we're talking now, the Chi-Coms are probably listening to, but who cares?
They probably are. They want to hear it.
Right. To all of our significant conversations.
Oh yeah. World-changing conversation.
So when you guys are working from home, since you both work from home, you guys have like your own separate offices and everything where the conversations and the meetings that you have, I guess, John, are probably, to some extent classified, right? So do you have to like soundproof your room or something like that?
No, we wouldn't have a classified conversation over Teams.
No, John gets the big formal office. I have what we call the bedroom office.
No, I call it the bedroom data center.
The bedroom data center. And Madison.
That's what I've got.
Madison has the living room or upstairs game room for her class.
Okay. Gotcha.
So at one point today, all of us were on separate calls. This is my office. It's pretty bland because we had to sanitize everything for,
down.
Make everything like we don't live here when you sell a house, right?
Right.
So I pretty much spent all day in here. Madison was on a call. She was on the couch in the living room, and Lorinda was in the the kitchen doing her conference call for her work. But
I was in the kitchen today.
They were in the kitchen today. So they're completely mobile. They move around the house and take calls wherever they want.
Yeah, that's nice to just kind of be able to, if you want to go outside and take a call, or if you want to just kind of walk around, it's nice to be able to do that.
Did you guys paint the baby's room yet? Your nursery?
We haven't painted it yet, but we're going to do an accent wall. So it's pretty much ready to go. We've got, I would say 90% of what we're going to put in there already. So I think we're going to do an accent wall. We're not really sure what that's going to be yet, but we're going to definitely kind of touch it up a little bit more. But for the most part, it's done. And it's actually right over there. So
all the way to the right, or the door behind you?
All the way down?
All the way down this hallway, basically.
Okay.
So Christina currently is downstairs in an office. I'm upstairs in an office. So once baby comes, she'll probably move upstairs. I'm guessing once she gets back to a point where she's going to work again, it'll just be nicer for her to be closer to the baby's room and everything. So whenever that happens.
So how far along is she now?
She is 18 and a half weeks.
Okay, so almost halfway.
Yep. She's about halfway. So once you guys see her again, you'll definitely be able to see she's showing quite a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so cute.
Yeah. So Nikki's what, at 30?
She's due in June.
Yeah,
right?
that sounds right.
Yeah, it's June.
I know it's June. So I'm not really sure what that puts her at week wise. Maybe like week 29, 30, something like that.
She hasn't posted stuff, or maybe she has and I haven't seen it.
She posted something about Doc Megan's posture thing the other day, like, are y'all joining the Zoom call or something like that?
But put things in it, like
maybe with her and Austin working out. Yeah, she's really showing.
Yeah, I know she's been doing like some of the programming with Austin, and he's been modifying things for her, which Christina will definitely have to. I know Christina and her talk all the time, and they figure out like, okay, how are you going to do this movement now that you've got this belly in the way? You're going to have to change things up a little bit.
I guess burpees and push-ups are out, huh?
They're so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work out when I was pregnant at all. I ate.
No, Lorinda, I drank Dr. Peppers and ate a lot of stuff with sodium and potassium, like
barbecue chips.
And
I was not the role model.
No,
don't do
no. We thought Madison would come out addicted to Dr. Pepper and barbecue Lays.
Yeah.
She was just going to be like, give me all that sodium, all that sugar.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So don't make the same mistake I did. And I told Austin this. I said, whatever you do, when they step on the scale, as they get farther along in the pregnancy, and they haven't just gained baby weight and amniotic, but they've gained a little weight, don't do what I did and go, Holy shit, you weigh as much as I do.
Yeah, have you seen Christina? She works out. She's so cute.
Christina will never weigh as much as I do, no matter what she does. Even if she has triplets and puts on 30 pounds, she won't.
All I'm saying is don't do what I did to go, because the nurse almost hit me, and Lorinda wanted to kill me. So
yeah, I was really, really happy with you.
She was like, "Oh my God, shut up."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is Madison having
that I don't want to see you make?
Is Madison having a virtual graduation, or how's that working out for her?
Nope. They have an auxiliary or potential follow-up where they can actually walk the stage, quote unquote.
With the summer graduate.
And with the summer graduates, which would be the end of August. Oh. But at this point, she is supposed to go to Lipscomb University Accelerated MBA program and start like June 14th or so. But that's 2 months away, and we have no idea if they're even going to do it.
Wow.
Because they've already like Baylor kids, for instance, that are doing summer classes have already been told you'll be doing all of your summer classes online.
Yeah, that's insane. So she doesn't really know for certain whether she's actually going to be going anywhere yet.
No, but we got an apartment we already put a damn deposit on.
Yeah.
We have a lease, and it's more than our house payment right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that are, there's got to be a lot of people that are in that same situation that are going, hey, we got to do something about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. That's tricky. I think my little sister is, she's in school in Ohio, and I know for this semester, they were able to actually give her back, because she's in the dorms. So they were actually able to give her back some of her on-campus rent money, as it were, back. So they were actually able to help out a lot there, which is great. But people that are in a leasing situation where I guess you've got an apartment or a house or whatever it may be, that might be just a totally different situation because you're dealing with
it's messed up. We're going to have to figure it out. And of course, we just sold our house, so now we have to find a rental property. So it's just, it's good and chaotic at the same time.
Yeah. A lot going on for you guys for sure. What's the timeline on, because you guys are in the process of building, right?
Well, they haven't even broken ground yet, I don't think.
I don't know. Well, because they haven't pulled a permit. Well, they're pulling permits. We have final plans. They're pulling permits, but I don't think they've broken ground. So it's going to be behind schedule.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're guessing like maybe 10, 11 months.
Gotcha.
It's an adventure.
We don't know, Ben. I don't know.
Hey, you don't have to know. It's all good. Worst case scenario, you guys could put your stuff in storage for a little bit and then just rent out a place for however long it is and then move in after that.
True.
Yeah.
When
we moved here to Austin, we were like, we didn't know anybody in Austin except for like maybe 3 or 4 people. And we were like, we don't know where we want to live. We don't know like geographically where in and around Austin we wanted to be. We had no idea. So we just rented a house just kind of randomly. And we were like, we're not sure how long we're going to be here for until we figure out where exactly we're going to be. So that was kind of a weird limbo time. But you guys are already here. So
yeah,
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
We will. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be an adventure.
Yeah. Where exactly are you guys building? It's over like near Crystal Falls, right? Or
do you know where Jenny and Alon built? Austin,
yeah.
Nikki's parents. Okay, that street is, I think, High Lonesome, right?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Okay, so the place that if you were to pass their house and go out what they call like the back way of Grand Mesa, that takes you to County Road 290,
which is just like it's right down. It's less than a mile.
It's less than a mile. And what's going to end up being is we're going to live less than a mile from Jenny, Alon, Frank, the older gentleman at CrossFit who wears the glasses, comes in the afternoon.
Frank's not that old.
Yeah, I'm 50. I shouldn't say anybody's old, but I'm a young 50. What can I say? They're building almost directly across from Jenny and Alon. And so if you were to pass their house when Jenny and Alon's house would be on your right and keep going, it turns to a 90-degree angle, becomes County Road 290. There's a little section of 7 homes that all are owned by Group 3 builders, which is our builder. And there's going to be 7 homes in there in a cul-de-sac gated. Because
Nice.
we don't want the riffraff getting in.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta have
awesome.
the gate. Gotta have the gate.
That whole area
That'll
is
be-
so beautiful.
Yeah, it is pretty. And we're going to have less house and more acreage. So now we're on 0.33 of an acre with a 3,300 square foot home. And we're going to go to a 2,500 square foot house on an acre.
Oh, nice. That's a big space.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Mr. Jeff will be building us a pool.
I was about to ask that. I was going to say, hey, hit up Jeff.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he said, I can save you $15,000. I go, wow, you haven't even given me a quote. You're coming $15K out. No.
Wait, that's kind of frightening because 15,000. If you can save us.
No. Let me
15,000
finish.
oh,
He said, do y'all want a sauna? Hot tub. I said,
Oh.
no. He said, okay, you just save yourself $10,000 to $15,000 because I don't have to run gas lines. I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
I've got to hit him up. We're actually going to extend our back porch a little bit and do something back there. No pool, but definitely something. I got to hit him up for that. He's
You gotta
the
get the
go-to
HOA.
guy. Yeah, he's so we're gonna it's funny, we can actually see across like the valley from our backyard. We can see Jenny and Alon and Frank's neighborhood.
Yep.
So there's a trail that kind of goes across the valley and then up a little hill. It's actually a pretty big hill to get up into their neighborhood. So we can see out the back. So we've got this nice little view in the backyard, but we've got this back porch that isn't really doing anything for us. So I've got a grill out there and there's enough space to put a table and some chairs, but it doesn't feel very welcoming, you know? So I want to hit up Jeff and see if we can make something of that space back there. Cause it's a great space. We just have to make it nice, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that'll be awesome. You guys will be right there in with everybody. We actually hiked over there.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's kind of funny how a lot of people we know that are CrossFit folks are actually in that area too.
Yeah,
like,
Paul Gray. Paul Gray's over there too.
Yeah, Papa Paul's in there, and Kelly. I think I can't remember who else is in there, but anyway.
There's somebody else. I can't remember. Somebody else is up in there too. But when we walked we actually hiked over there from our house maybe 2 weeks ago, and we walked by this house that had a giant chessboard in the backyard. And Christina was like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" And she was texting with Nikki at the time because we were trying to figure out where to go to get to Nikki's parents' house.
Mhm.
And as we were hiking along, she was like, "Yeah, if you pass this house that has a giant chessboard in the backyard, that's Paul Gray's house." And we were like, "What?"
Yeah.
Crazy. It's a beautiful neighborhood back there.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I was gonna ask you guys the programming and the exercise stuff that you've been doing. Have you been pretty much like hitting it every day or every other day, or like what have you guys been? How often have you guys been fitnessing, as it were?
Me every day, and if I don't, it's because I'm on the golf course.
I'm more like every other day.
Every other day.
It's
Yeah.
my stress relief after sitting in this damn chair all day on conference calls.
I know what you mean. I gotta get up and do something, or else I go stir crazy.
Well, the weather's just too nice right now not to be outside. I mean, it's 75 degrees.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Been golfing a lot though?
Yep, I played Friday of last week and Sunday, but golf has changed. They've closed all the public golf courses. You can go out there at your own peril, and not pay anything and walk it because there's no carts or anything. But we've been playing like Terra Vista and Star Ranch, and everybody has to be in their own cart. There's no sand to replace divots in the fairway on the cart. You know, there's a little replacement sand thing. There's no tee markers to delineate back tees, blue tees, red tees, whatever. They have taken the tin cup, turned it upside down. It sticks about 4 or 5 inches above the hole. They put the pin in the bottom of that. So all you have to do is plink it off there, right? You just got to tap the cup with your putt.
Oh, interesting.
So they want you not touching as many things as you can. They've taken the rakes out of the bunkers. It's made it interesting, but it's so great to be out in the sun. We've had such nice weather.
I know,
and
it's been beautiful.
To be out, and we're playing. There's not many people on the course. We're playing 18 holes in something like 3 hours now.
Wow,
Which
that's
normally
crazy.
takes 4, 4.5, even 5, depending on the golf course and how many people are on there.
Yeah. So I was going to say, is it pretty wide open? Like not too many crowds, not too many people?
Hardly any. And they're lowering the green fees to keep people coming out. And
Right.
I think we paid on Friday. I think we paid my regular golf buddy and I paid $34 each plus tax.
I mean, of all the sports out there, it's probably the one with the least amount of contact, right?
Absolutely. And here's the thing. I was talking about our next door neighbor. We're going to miss them the most out of everything living here. Just a good family. The wife is a physician's assistant for a dermatologist. So obviously, we use her as our dermatologist.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got everything but the MD right on the end of her name. And I was asking her about all this stuff, and I said, I'm going to ask a real basic question. Wouldn't you think that if somebody coughed on something in direct sunlight's going to kill it within a few minutes? She goes, absolutely. I said, so it's okay to play golf? She goes, yeah. Everything out there is sitting in direct UV, light.
Right. Yeah, and I know the not only the UV light, but also the temperature point. The higher it is, the quicker it kills it off, especially in concentration. So you're outside, and as the weather gets warmer, hopefully it'll continue to only get better, but anything outside I feel like is going to be go-to. People are going to be getting outside more and more often, as they should.
Yeah, well, I've never seen in our area here in Avery Ranch ever seen this many people walking as a family with their kids, their dog, bicycling. I mean, I can't go down Avery Ranch Boulevard and not see at least 15, 20 people at any time of the day out walking. So my theory is society's going to change in good ways and bad ways. I think this has brought a lot of families together. Like we wouldn't have had Madison more than maybe 3 weeks in between her, graduation and moving her to Tennessee to go to Lipscomb University in Nashville. And that's now it turns out we're going to see her for almost 3 months. Is it ideal? No. She gave up her college life and her roommates that she got along with and her sorority. And, her life's been upended, but there's going to be good and bad that come out of it.
Right.
Actually,
the family time
was actually on a plane today from St. Louis to Orlando, and everybody went, oh, he's on a plane. He goes, there were 3 people on the plane. And they all sat like 20 feet apart. They had the whole plane to themselves.
Yep.
He's building a house in Orlando. So
nice.
Yeah, it's really cool that there's been so many good things that have come out of this. Like, sure, it sucks, and sure, it's been long, and we can't see the end in sight yet. But there's been so many good things that have been brought forth by this, and one of them, I think, is like to your point, is just family time and getting to appreciate like what you've got and slowing down just a little bit. Because as soon as things pick back up again, it's going to be back to business as usual, right? So to be able to appreciate what we've got right now, I think is invaluable. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think every time I walk the dogs, especially after like 9 at night, because it's they've got a lot of hair and they get hot and they're in there with Madison. I don't see any cars. I might see one other person walking. And usually when I would walk at night, I would hear cars. I'd see people and planes flying by. I haven't heard a plane.
Yep. Same here. We're pretty close to the incoming flight pattern, and we'll hear planes all the time normally, but this past couple months, no planes.
It's crazy how quiet the world got. I think all of us wondered what would happen if we actually slowed down. Well, this made us slow down.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it brings about a balance, and it also prepares us and shows us that, if something like this does happen in the future, hopefully not, but like if it does, we can do it, like we can get through it. We have the ability to do it now, and this is proven to us that we can.
Yeah, I got another one for you since you're in that medical world, right? Is I think it's been eye-opening for the American public to figure out how much of the drugs are actually made and manufactured in China, and
Quite a
how
bit.
they are a threat to us. And as of the other day, I was talking to the PA next to us, and she says they think it went from a bat to a pangolin. I don't know if you looked up what a pangolin is. It's a version of aardvark that looks like a dinosaur. It's got scales instead of fur. And then Chinese person ate the pangolin. Well, as of today, our U.S. government intel agencies are saying, "Oh hell no! It was started in a lab in China and got out."
Well, there's been so many speculations and so many different theories about the origin. There's been theories tied back to New York City. Like this was a
I
thing
heard that
in
too.
New
I
York
heard that
City.
too.
Yeah, back in I think it was as far back as October that there were something like 80 or 90 cases in New York City of people that were showing symptoms that were the exact same as the symptoms that people are seeing today. So I don't know. There's so much data out there and there's so much information that at this point, I don't think there's any way to directly pinpoint. Eventually, they probably will through some genetic retracing. But at this point, you could be right. Who's to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's wild.
kind of good.
Well, thanks you guys for checking in. It was good to talk to you. Good to see your faces. I'm glad you guys are
I was
doing
hoping
well.
I was hoping to get to see Miss Christina and tell her hi.
She doesn't.
Yeah,
like
and she actually just got in. I just saw her walk by, so she's probably in the garage right now with Oso.
You know what Lorinda said?
I was kidding.
I said I wanted to say hi to Christina. She says she doesn't like you.
I'm joking. No, tell her hi, Brett.
I definitely will.